Hi, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. Um, yeah, I want to do more videos and just talk because that's what I like to do, but I talk a lot because I teach most of the day. So yeah, when it's time for me to do a video or when I think about a video, I'm like, I don't know about that. But today I decided to I don't know, get on here and just, I don't know, just talk about something that I've seen um, or like read time and time again or seen or whatever. And it's people asking, like, oh, um, I want to move to Africa. How do I find a job? Or I want to move to Africa and I want to start a business, but I don't know which business I want to start. And so typically, the first question, maybe these are two different topics, but whatever. I'm just gonna put them all together for now. The first one of like uh, the typical answer to I want to move to Africa. How do I find a job? Is don't come to Africa looking for jobs. Um, Leave the jobs for the locals and build your own thing. Be an entrepreneur. But I don't believe that's true. Um, you can, I mean, it's been happening for years, like people going to different countries and getting jobs. Like that's how it's been. And I understand like be competing with other people who are who are already there. Like I get that point, but from my point of view, I think I believe in collaboration. I believe in sharing information. I believe in sharing experiences. And if you only hire people, um, just like right around you, yes, they are diverse, but at the same time, like how will your company grow? How will you get different views? All these things. So I'm a person who think, and I studied international business. So hi, there you go. So I'm just like, I think you need a mix of people. And um, yeah, like sometimes you can find a job on the ground, as people would say. Um, and that takes networking. I mean, I know I've seen people who've done it, or know people who've done just that. Like they've been networking. They've built connections, and not necessarily in person because obviously we're in a time of like I don't know, like coronavirus obviously is changed a lot. But and even if you're far away, like say for me, for instance, I'm in the US, I would just start looking on things like looking at places like LinkedIn just to connect with people, not to be like, hey, I need a job or anything like that, but just looking for things you're interested in. And um, like companies or people in positions you may be interested in, whatever the case may be, just start connecting. Facebook groups, um, yeah, like there are different things you can do. I'm thinking of just yeah starting to doing maybe some like coaching, consulting to help people, figure that part out because I don't believe in the well you shouldn't come to Africa looking for a job. Like yeah, like for the most part, yeah, maybe you shouldn't see things as you would where you are. Like it's definitely different from the US, some countries, and US, UK, whatever countries that typically have lots of jobs around. Um, but that's not to say that you shouldn't try. So I'm the person that's like, I understand like, okay, you shouldn't like looking for a job shouldn't be your um, top priority, or it should, or maybe it should be, but you need to change your mindset about like how to find a job. It's not this, it's not going to be just like, okay, apply to a company, interview, and like jump on a plane and go. That's not exactly how most things work. But yeah, so that's oh yeah, yeah, that's what it was. What started me thinking about this is I heard someone who she's been living in an she lived well she was living she decided to move, but she was living in an African country, and she wanted to do like the 9 to 5 thing or whatever in the US. And then there are also some interesting things about her job that made it unique, and she needed some other things to go with her job. And so she was very like adamant and just like very stuck on, I want to do what I did in the US. And like, yeah, you're told do, whatever you do in the US, you can do in Africa. But sometimes you may need to tweak things a bit. Sometimes you may need to consider um, a different avenue. It just depends on, or a different profession where you can transfer your skills. It just depends on your motive. Like, are you there to like make money and, you know, live whatever, like live a life that's, I guess, comparable to where we came from? Or are you really there for the place and you adjust to what's there, what's available? Um, and I mean, and even with that person's case, they were in like media, and she could have very well found like she was good at writing, or she was good at writing, and so she could have very well found a job based in the US. Like there are so many, like, I mean, freelance, but you know what? Freelance will pay you a decent amount, like a decent amount, if you are working with US based companies. And sometimes, yeah, like yeah, I mean, she wanted to make like all these political statements and stuff, which is can be dangerous, something that can be dangerous. But at the same time, it's like you need to figure out how to work with the country you want to live in, rather than saying this is what I have to offer, and if you don't appreciate it or if you don't accept it, then I'm gone. Like that's nonsense. That's how a child would think. It's like, okay, this country has been going before I got there. So like I need to understand that, and I can't just bring, oh, I have ideas. Like you're trying to be a I don't know, like another form of colonization there. Um or what, savior or whatever people call it. But yeah, I mean, like just think about things. Just think of how can I pursue the things I want, and it may not be today, but eventually you can get to like what you want to do, but you can't just go and say, well, I can't talk about this and this, or I can't do this and that, so I'm leaving. It's like, well, you have to adjust to this big country. You have to adjust to, like, you have to adjust to this thing. You can't tell it what to do. So that's like, I guess, a few points there. So just, you know connecting with people and adjusting your mind, or changing your mindset, adjusting your mindset, not being stuck on this. Yeah, not just don't be stuck on this idea of, oh, I need to do exactly this thing that I've always dreamed of. Like you may have to change it up a bit. You may have to, um I don't know, like if I um thought, okay, well, I'm going to go and do product management, which is something I did. I'm going to go do product management for a software company in X company. Well, what if X company doesn't have, you know, that sort of job available? Okay, well, fine. Well, maybe I can do technical writing, like I can help companies um, build up their help sites. I can help them with writing technical documents to help their customers, to help their users. Um, I can also help with customer support. Like, just think of other ways to use the skills you have. Um, rather than just, yeah, just saying like, well, I can't find what I want here. That's that. Like, if your dream is to be in a place, you make it work. Otherwise, like, why, like, why are you there? Like, I don't know. It makes me think of like Rome wasn't built in a day or whatever it is. But like, you have to think maturely about these things. You have to think long term. You have to think, okay, I know what my ultimate goal is, but right now, where I am, what I have, the current situation, the current state of things, how can I fit in rather than how can I make um, my my dream, um, or like how can I, oh, I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, like instead of like trying to change what's around you, how about you adapt to what's there? Because it's going to be difficult to do the first thing, but definitely like the latter, you can figure it out. But yeah, anyway, I think this is definitely longer than I expected. So I think in my next video, I'll talk about like the business aspect and how, yeah, how to figure that out. Especially the people who are like, well, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where to get started. Um, I have some ideas there as well, some thoughts on that. But for now, let's see. Anything else with jobs? Um, yeah, I think like networking and having your networks, some networks in place, and some, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's yes, it's difficult, and some people get tired of like constantly networking. Um, but yeah, I think one of the best things that you can do is check for jobs that are in other places, in the U.S., in the U.K., France, wherever, and see how you can work with them remotely from wherever you are, in whichever African country you are. Um, and just remember like things are not um, going to be how just like the things job markets aren't exactly how they are in the US. I'm just saying US because that's where I am currently. That's where I'm from. Um, and so yeah, you have to change your mindset about how you approach things. But yeah, that's all I have for now on that. I'm sure I can say a lot more, but I don't know, I just was thinking about that video I saw, and I really I don't know, I just really wanted to just like respond to that and maybe address some things for some people. Um, because I know it's difficult. I know, you're just always like, okay, well, I need a job. I need to do this. I need to do that. But things work a little bit different. Might have to be a little bit different, given our current landscape, given our current, just like given the current, I mean, the current landscape of these of different places and how things work. So, yeah, if you want to share what you've done with others, you can definitely comment below. Um, and any resources you want to share, that'd be great too. All right, thank you for listening and watching. Until next time, peace.